My role as the focus puller was very important. So definitely I was kind of mechanical eye.
He would rack the focus for me. You know, it's unusual to have that set up and not be directly speaking to someone, but you're actually allowing someone else to have an input into the image that you were trying to create as well. So there was two of us making the image, it wasn't just me.
Towards the end, I've started to kind of wonder a little bit. I started to think of what would it look like if I would completely, go opposite or completely, take the screen out of focus.
I was aware of him, and sometimes, you're saying, "Come on, Shem, focus on that now." And a lot of the times we would get some kind of synergy. There would be, we both kind of focus on something, or if I would move the camera in a way, which then he would go, "Oh, okay, now I'm gonna, open up the shot or pull in or whatever."
I'm kind of a sucker for like a focus, like when you focus on something that isn't quite the foreground object, but it highlights another aspect that you don't quite notice.
There were a lot of times where the bodies were quite blurred out and you could barely see, and then there's a particular moment where everyone's blurred out and you can sort of see movement, and it's like no, come on, I'm investing in this.
I would, for example, change the focus so actually nothing in the shot was focused, and instead of seeing people dancing, there was just kind of like shadows.
I felt like I was being withheld from something, and I just found myself leaning closer and closer, going, "Oh, come on, just focus."
I don't remember it. Am I the second person to say that?
It was incredible to actually see Harry kind of, he opened the iris, kind of completely changing the amount of light that is getting into the lens at the same time, which kind of suggested to me that, yeah, he likes the way I'm kind of trying to make it more metaphysical than it was.
I was changing the iris control because I still had some control. I had control of that, and he was kind of pulling focus at the same time. So we were kind of getting these weird sort of abstract shapes of dancers coming through.
It stood out a little bit, perhaps, that one piece that was quite blurred. I thought, is this sort of a halfway point? Are you changing, or is it, surely it can't be the end already, sort of feeling?
He realised I was doing something because he was obviously viewing what I was doing, and he was kind of reacting to what I was doing with the camera.
And that was quite an emotional moment to kind of to do something and see the reaction from him that would support kind of my decision.
It was very collaborative. It was definitely had a link there somehow.